Lady, are you crazy? Whoa, whoa. Lady.
Or I'll punch the out of you.
Hey, lady, you're crazy.
Erase
lady. That. Lady. Fuck, move, bitch. No, you can't hit me.
911.
Yeah, call them. You hit me. I got you on camera hitting me.
I'm going to go ahead and play it back, man. I know it happened too quick. Y'all ready?
Erase that.
Lady, are you crazy? Whoa, whoa.
Lady. Or I'll punch the out of you.
Hey, lady, you're crazy.
Erase
lady.
That.
Lady. Fuck, move, bitch. No, you can't hit me.
911.
Yeah, call them. You hit me. I got you on camera hitting me.
To Darwin and Hink, to get both of you guys. So, there's hitting a woman, and then there's defending yourself like a man. So we have to make that distinction. Like in the video, I didn't see a man hit a woman. I seen a man defend himself like a man. It just so happens that it was defending himself like a man against a woman, and the reaction that she's going to have, being a lightweight woman, is going to be different than if it was a guy doing it. So are you suggesting that men should not also protect themselves the way that they just naturally would when somebody's coming at them with a closed fist and swinging and throwing punches?
I may have saw different. It looked like he punched him.
No, he pushed him. That was a push. Yeah.
Oh, it was a push? All right.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with what he did at all. None at all. I don't have no problem with what he did.
Okay.
Now, as far as hitting her with a fist, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't smack her. I wouldn't hit her. Would I push her away? Yes. So I can remove myself from the situation. I have to do that before. Push a woman away and keep it moving, because I don't want these issues. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no situation. So yeah, I mean, I don't have no problem with what he did. Pushed her away and kept it moving, because that's what he looked like he did to me. He pushed away and got the hell out of Dodge.
And this is where I had a conversation probably a month or so ago about how I can understand how an argument can lead up to a man losing it. And I've seen in these cases where a man has done worse than what this dude, has done, just pushing her. I've seen men beat their woman, beat a girl. But I'm not saying, like I said before, I'm not condoning domestic violence or, hitting a woman. But you can kind of see how he was pushed to defend himself. And not all men are going to have that emotional intelligence where they would just push her away. Some men are just waiting on a woman to fuck around and find out, so they can show her, like, hey, stay in a woman's place. So, yeah, I yield.
I just wanted to say I don't condone domestic violence, but once you see it going in the direction of women like hitting men all the time, it's kind of ridiculous. So I don't think women should put their hands on men, but I don't think men should be punching women out, because like you said, if we're smaller or it don't bother you that much, you can just hold her hands back or restrain her, especially if you know her, and if you don't know her, that's kind of a different scenario. And I do agree, you can't determine somebody's reaction, but don't go all, it's not a license to go all crazy on somebody just because. So I just don't think that you should hit a woman, but defend yourself, hold her wrist.
I think Jody was right the way he did it off of Baby Boy.
No backhanding women, no, none of that. That's not they're gonna be traumatized, But I don't know, wasn't she hitting him? She was hitting him all crazy, right? So that's what I'm saying.
She was.
Women can back down, like, just not do that. And men can just you don't have to put your hands on her. You can tell her to stop, back up. I'm giving you a warning. It's on so many things you can do in between.
Yeah,
that scenario.
Made a good point about the lady, because I'm pretty sure she didn't think she could beat the dude. But a lot of times women aren't used to being held accountable for it, right? Because they think that you're just supposed to have this restraint as if you're some sort of a robot with no emotion, or I dare you. And you're gonna have a big issue sometimes, because a lot of these dudes, man, like nowadays, they don't care. It's the different, like, he's in that generation, so she could have caught a bad one. So you just have to be careful. Don't expect a dude to always do the right thing, even when you aren't. There's no, I can't see her actually feeling like the dude looked like a sizable guy. Pause. So it didn't look like no one in their right mind would think that she could beat this guy, right? Like, I don't know if y'all saw this joint going on in Romania. They got like 2 women versus men, and the one dude was straight trashing both the women at the same time. It don't matter. There's really nothing you can do. Like a dude could literally fight like 5 women, no problem, right? Sometimes more, because you're really not a threat. So you can't attack a dude as if he's not a threat, because at any moment he could end the situation. It could turn out bad for you. Just for your own safety, you just have to look out for it, because you can't always expect a dude to do the right thing.
How big does the size difference?
Can you clarify what men can do with their bare hands, Trev?
They could crush you, pretty much, or whatever they want to do.
Women, they don't think about that. They don't really think about that at all.
How big does the size difference does it have before it's not mutual combat and then somebody can pull a weapon? Does anybody know?
There's no. What do you mean, like legally?
Yeah, like, so say a man come when she walked up to him and hit him. Obviously, he can't pull a gun on her. But if he walked up to her and hit her, she could have pulled the gun on him, and it would have been considered standing your ground, right? Or
it could have been. It would have been for him too.
Either way, in Florida.
Either way, he could have did the same thing. It's not gender specific by written by the law. You know, there's a moral standpoint, but you know, just like men, like Hink can kill a man with his hands. You know, women can't kill somebody with their hands. But I want to take you guys back to that wonderful year of 2008, right here in Los Angeles. It was one Chris Brown and one Rihanna that was driving in a Lamborghini after the award show. And we didn't hear the story till 2014 when Chris finally told his side of the story, because he just was quiet and did what he needed to do, which worked out for him in his career in the long run. But, you know, he gets a text message from his manager, and she's jealous, and she loses. She going off. She's hitting him. He's driving a Lamborghini, driving down the street, and she's hitting him and wailing on him and hitting him and hitting him. You know, she's doing stuff, and then she grabs his nuts while he's driving, and then he loses. He snaps, and then he starts whooping her ass like he was a dude. You know, she took the keys and act like she threw him out the car. And he went out looking for the keys. She never had them. She had them in her seat. It was just a wild situation. We never heard none of that stuff. But Chris got to this day, women hate him because of what happened. Because men should never hit women, no matter what women do. You can squeeze my testicles, and ladies, you guys don't understand that pain. You can do those kind of things. You can close fist be punching on me and beating on me while I'm driving at a sizable speed in the car, and I'm not supposed to do anything. And you cannot tell people how to react. And so once again, I mean, I think I'm spinning the block, but if everybody needs that emotional control to be able to know what to do, men and women alike. Now, the test doesn't stop with just her. Somebody mentioned these pranksters out here doing, you know how many people is dead today because of pranks? You know, and so this dude is out, you know, maybe he has every legal right to record her because it's public, and he's standing out and they're outside. It's not a private home or nothing, but you don't just go and just start evading people's personal space, no matter where you are, recording and doing all this other kind of stuff. And he's a YouTuber too. So he's doing it he knows what he's doing. He knew what he was doing. And so at that point, he's culpable if he had to go to court, I guarantee you a judge would hold him culpable at some degree, some percentage. It wouldn't be 100% completely innocent and shit. He would have to take some kind of responsibility for edging her on like that. So everybody needs to, because he'll fuck around and find out too, recording people. He may run into the wrong woman. So everybody just needs to be a little bit smarter in how they move, and you know can we all just get along? That's Rodney King's statement, right? That's what we need to all do.
I heard somebody say something about you in the right generation. What does that mean?
The younger generations are a lot more aggressive, right? Like you see, I think it's a lot more prevalent for men to publicly abuse women that they don't know, versus what it was, not like domestic, but just like people who you don't know. Like older generations would more so abide by, oh, I ain't gonna hit you, but the younger cats don't exercise as much restraint.
Yeah, it's a tongue-in-cheek phrase. It's like, oh, you got the right one today. It's, oh, you in the right generation. Like, we ain't playing around with y'all niggas. I'm not my father. I'm not my grandma type thing. That's what that statement means.
Yeah.